Hey, happy Whiskey Wednesday. It is Bourbon Cowboy and Whiskey Wednesday posse. We got, there's the Gopher and
I'm here.
Just Mark.
Happy Whiskey Wednesday, everybody.
We have Barrell Bourbon, Barrell Craft Spirits sent us another sample to try. So, yeah, we're always happy to oblige when it comes to these samples. So these little bottles, get a picture of it there. So it's just 100 milliliters. So the problem is you don't want to invite too many friends.
Oh, I forgot. I got 4 more people coming.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna last very long. So we will kill this tonight, I promise. It is a first edition, 6-year-old, 116.42 proof bourbon. The blend of different bourbons, as Barrell always does.
How many states is this one from?
3, so it's Tennessee, Indiana, and Kentucky. And this is finished in a Mizunara cask. So that's
Spanish wine.
Japanese tree. Japanese oak is what it is. Yeah. So it's not, yeah.
Spanish wine, Japanese oak.
Japanese oak, Japanese coke. We don't know what it is.
As far as I know, the barrels themselves are new. It's not like something else that was aged in there before the bourbon. So it's brand new American oak, and then it's finished for a year and a half in these Mizunara oak factories.
Okay, well, it's just like a lot of stuff, like Angel's Envy. These are stuff in wine.
Yeah, but this is not. What am I pointing? This is not finished in a wine. Okay, it's just finished in a different barrel. Just a different kind of oak.
Yeah, you're right, but it's kind of like the same thing if you think about it.
Not really, but it is a double oak. You want to go there?
We'll go ahead. We'll go to double Japanese oak.
Yeah, it's a double oak.
I didn't think Japanese had oak.
American oak and a Japanese oak. So we'll say I don't think I've ever. I think we had one last year that was finished in several different barrels, including one that was in Mizunara. But I don't think we have one that was just finished in Mizunara. And I don't think it's finished for 18 months. That's quite a while for
Yeah.
How many years is that bottle?
So the whiskey, we know Barrell uses all kinds of different ages, right? And so at a bare minimum, it's 6 years. Okay, but the reality of it, the whiskey in here is probably much older than that. Some of it is 6 years old, and then you'll have 8, 10, 12, whatever else is in it. So,
and 1.5 years in this Japanese barrel.
Exactly.
Or maybe just staves. I don't know.
It's not staves. It's actually a.
That's actually after they blended all that together.
Yes.
Come back here, man.
So I'll try to read this. It's very small print. Mizunara finishing imparts subtle notes of sandalwood, herbal spice, and coconut to bourbon. And precision is required to craft a harmonious blend. So there you go. So those are some things maybe to look for, but we'll of course judge it for us, right?
Yeah.
So Barrell again was kind enough to send us the sample. No strings attached. We appreciate that. They'll send us out maybe a couple of year, through a year, and we really appreciate it. But we want to give it as an honest review. That doesn't get him any special favor.
Did you notice I gave you a barrel glass?
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's got a barrel.
I should have grabbed one for myself. I'm Mark. I don't know if I had 3, so I just got
Barrell Craft Spirits right on there. So appreciate that, Gopher. And Gopher, now you were commenting about the nose on this. So tell us what you thought about the nose.
I got a buttery smell, and actually, that was right out of the bottle.
Floral.
It's funny because it did change. So it was more buttery when I opened the bottle.
It's been open now for a little bit.
I get like a buttery floral now. I get a little bit of buttery stuff.
A little bit of butter, a little bit of flour. We'll go to Just Mark.
not really getting the butter, but it's floral, and then there's something hot.
Mm,
Got a heat to it.
It
yeah.
does have some heat
It's
to
not
it.
like the alcohol. It's not alcohol forward at all, like that kind of heat. But
Could have something to do with 116 proof.
it could be that, yeah. But it's got something hot. But it's not really cinnamony or peppery or peppercorn or anything. It's just like a heat that's there.
It does have a bit of a hug at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
But you know, it's not. It doesn't have that cinnamon or like that rye kind of. Some kind of. I'm not getting it at least.
On the back end.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know, on TV?
I'm getting a lot of spice on the back end, but let me start at the beginning. You can smell the heat right on the nose.
Yeah.
You guys don't get that buttery flavor?
Um,
That's nice buttery flavor, I guess it would be.
It is kind of creamy, like on the mouth.
Creamy.
but I'm smelling like a little honey.
No, I don't get the honey. I get the floral and.
And it is, there is heat on the nose. It's trimming a couple nose hairs. Sticking
Well,
out.
I think every bourbon I drink has some heat in it, so I'm just.
It does have, it has a lot of heat. Now, when you take the first sip, it's not hot. It has a nice, I want to say vanilla honey taste, and then it does get very spicy on the back end. For me, I think, you know, is it peppercorn? No, it's probably more of a cinnamon type of spice, but I definitely getting a lot of rye on that back end. It's got a kick, and it really does. I mean, it kicks you and then it hugs you.
Yeah.
So it's you know, and something else I'm starting to pick up, both on the nose and the first sip. I guess it shouldn't be surprising, but it's oaky. You know, it's got a woody
Yeah.
taste to it and smell. Let's stick with this one for a little bit. I think this is, you know, gotta think about it. Gotta think about it.
Yeah, you get a little oak on that. You get a little bit of oaky, but
It's
I still think I'm still getting that buttery flavor, man. I think it's like somebody ready to wait to put their butter on their waffle or pancake, and they lift it like you get that thickness of that,
this is
and then you get this. Then you get
the
this.
breakfast at the Gopher's house.
Yeah.
Then you get this floral.
Make sure
taste.
you wash
get
the
this
knife before you
You gotta
use
say
it.
it's awesome floral taste. You get this, and then at the end there is actually a third. There is heat at the end.
Mhm.
Not
yeah.
crazy heat, but buttery.
I mean, I don't need you to tell me, but I'm glad that you found it. 'Cause it's definitely there.
The heat's definitely there.
It's not crazy hot, but it's not
It's
probably
a
not.
spicy rye heat, and then it's a hug on top of it. So it's a
Definitely, yeah.
it's a double.
Well, you didn't give me a hug yet. Dean, what's going
Yeah,
on?
well. Any other thoughts there, Mark, on this one?
It's unique. I mean, it's pretty kind of different than anything I've ever really tried before. I like it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't decide. I'm not getting like the cinnamon or peppercorn or whatever, but it's definitely rye.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely getting like that heat of the rye. And the floral. I like the mouth taste. It's like creamy, like Gopher was saying. I'm not really so much the butter, but it is kind of like a creamy consistency on the tongue.
Okay.
But I like it.
Yeah, vanilla or anything?
Not really.
No, not even.
I get it on the first sip. It smells. I mean, I think it smells pretty traditional as far as a bourbon goes.
No, I think
It does have the heat on the nose, but not on the first. The first sip is nice. The first sip is. I get vanilla. I mean, I could maybe buy a little bit of this creamy mouthfeel. I guess that's what you're going for. I taste honey is sweet, but it's good. It's tasty. we did just open the bottle.
Yeah.
So, and this is a small bottle, so it's not gonna have any time to sort of simmer down. What you normally do is, especially with a bigger proof, is open it up and let it sit. And we didn't do that tonight because it's just such a small sample. So if you get a chance to grab a bottle of this, I would suggest opening it up and then revisiting it maybe in a day or two, just to let it breathe.
Yeah.
Do we know if this is out on the market yet, or do we have to?
I would imagine it's gonna be hitting the shelves very soon if it hasn't already.
So when we finish this little bit left in the bottle, it's
Yeah.
nothing left in the little bottle there.
Right.
Will you drink it again is the question.
I'd be very curious to try it again because I would want to know, I would want to open it up, let it sit and revisit it and see if it, just sort of calms down a little bit. Right now, it's just a little too hot for me.
It's really funny because honestly, it's not too hot for me.
Okay.
I would.
You're usually the one.
I would probably grab another hit of this.
Remember, we got to give this a rating. This one's about $80.
Well, we just tried here, and I know what the price point is of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like a 6.
Okay.
Mine
And just briefly explain why.
If it doesn't calm down, man, you don't enjoy the first part. That heat just comes on and just kills everything else for you. It overpowers you. And I like the rye and all, but I said this doesn't really have to me at least, didn't have a specific a cinnamon or just kind of like.
If I said, if I had to go something, I'd go cinnamon.
Yeah,
but I see what you're saying. It's rye. It's
rye, but it's just like this heat that just like hellfire, like you said.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I'm gonna go. I like this. I really do like this. I know Barrell is always a higher price bourbon. Would I buy this at $80 a bottle? No, probably not. But I do like the flavor of it, and I like I'm getting the heat at the end, and the heat's not bothering me. But I like the creamy / buttery thing.
Yeah.
I drink this for breakfast or my pancakes. You know what I'm saying? This is what I like, but
right after you lick the knife, right?
Well, maybe I won't even live tonight. Maybe I get the Oreo tonight. I don't know. But no, it's good stuff. It's actually good stuff.
Right.
But the problem is, you always have to think of the price range, and Barrell's up there. Barrell's up there in the higher range, and Barrell, I love you guys. Don't get me wrong. You guys are always high in the price range, and I don't know if this one's worth the $80.
So what's your rating?
I'm gonna go with a 5.79. Just to street up.
5.79.
Up to 5.8.
I just did it too.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by the flavors that I am getting on this. First of all, the color is a nice sort of amber. It's, we don't have a lot of it to show you, but it's a nice color. I like the note, and the nose on it is, to me, I get mostly honey, a little wood. There is a little bit of heat on the nose, which is okay. I don't mind that. It definitely, keeps you honest. It's coming when you take a sniff of it. It's nothing. It doesn't surprise you once you sip it. I do really like the flavors that I get from it. I like the vanilla. I like the honey. I like that nice wood, oaky taste that it has. I do like the nice creamy mouthfeel to it. Gopher says it's buttery, and that's
same thing.
It's pretty much saying the same thing in different ways. I like everything about that. I'm not getting any floral notes to it, but I do like the notes that I am getting. If I had to say any kind of fruit, maybe a little bit of orange peel in there too. But the problem is that for everything I like, it's just not sticking around. It's oh, that's good, and then
it burns it off.
Yeah,
it just burns it all off. It incinerates it.
Yeah, it's like you're going for a kiss and then you get slapped. You know what I mean? That's what it
I had
yeah.
that last
Well,
night, so I
something
know.
you can relate to. Go for.
Yeah, I got smacked 3 times.
It's on the back end. It's a lot of rye spice, which I like. It's just a little too hot, and then you get the hug on top of it, and it overwhelms all those great flavors that I was tasting on the front end. So,
I mean,
considering that and the $80 price point, we're gonna go a little bit higher than you guys. I'm gonna give this a 6.75.
6.75.
Yeah.
Oh, we better get a calculator out tonight. We're really screwed up here.
6.75 for me. So that's the way we see it for the Barrel Mizunara Cask Finished Bourbon. It should be hitting the shelf soon. Don't take our word for it. Try it for yourself, and it may be different when you do try it than what we had tonight. Because again, we're just trying these one of these little wee bottles. Feel free, Barrel, to send us a bigger bottle, and we could share our thoughts
We're not gonna
again.
send you anything again.
Yeah.
You're not gonna twice now.
But thanks for joining us, and what do you think? I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Next Wednesday.